friends out there in virtual computer land. Boy, these are strange times we're doing. So, anyway, special hello to all my friends at the Lake Dillon Theater Company. Got a text from my good friend Chris Solomon, asked if we want to put together a mini virtual cabaret. I tell you what, it's something I love to do. Love to play and sing with my guitar. And I'm doing a cabaret this September at Lake Dillon. I'm certainly hoping all this stuff is kind of settled down by then. Looking forward to it. This is kind of just a little precursor of the stuff that I'm going to be doing. Going to be singing some songs that have meant a lot to me over the years, and give you another side of probably how most of you know me. This is my side of being an old folk singer and enjoying playing tunes on the guitar and singing along. So hope you enjoy some of these selections I've chosen. This first one is by Noel Paul Stuckey of Pure Paul and Mary, written about 6-7 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. But it's called In These Times. And he was writing about how sometimes current events are what shape us, and we need to pay attention to how we react to them. In These Times by Noel Paul Stuckey. There's a warning in the wind, comes a waving through the trees, a depression on the shoreline, left by the pounding seas. There's a lesson in the drought, brings a country to its knees in these times. We are dancing with disaster when we live beyond our needs and pretend our hungry souls are not related to our greed. Life's a journey, but it's not about speed in these times. In these times, we must be mindful of the gift. In these times, use our hands and hearts to lift the fallen spirit in this land, planting flowers in the sand, reaching out a helping hand. In these times, and a perfect storm approaches, and the gale around us roars. No longer can we close our eyes or hide behind our doors. Our choices are fewer now by what we've chosen to ignore in these times. Yes, and the ship of state is drifting, and it's getting hard to steer. It's a complicated issue, but the direction's pretty clear, and each of us is who we need to get to there from here in these times. Yes, in these times, we must be mindful of the gift. In these times, use our hands and hearts to lift the fallen spirit in this land, bringing water to the sand, reaching out a helping hand. In these times. Now in everything that's living, there is a promise of love, planted in the seeds below and in the stars above. We must listen to its message, become faithful stewards of these times. Yes, in these times, we must be mindful of the gift. In these times, use our hands and hearts to lift the fallen spirit in this land, bringing gardens to the sand, reaching out a helping hand. In these times, we must be mindful of the gift. In these times, use our hands and hearts to lift the fallen spirit in this land, planting flowers in the sand, reaching out a helping hand. In these times. In These Times by Paul Stuckey. Something to think about. You know, things don't really change over the years, I guess, but it's important for each of us to go ahead and make sure that we hold those accountable. Accountable. And at any rate, you know what? I'm not going to do a lot of preaching to you. I'm just going to kind of continue and sing some songs here. This next song is by one of my favorite artists, Harry Chapin. As probably most of you in Summit County know, I have a lovely wife, Wendy, and a couple of beautiful daughters, Mandy and Missy. Mandy is a dancer, choreographer. Missy is an actress, both of them very, very accomplished. And when my older daughter, Mandy, was 13, she was doing a dance recital with the Summit School of Dance. And I had the opportunity to sing this song and have her dance it with me. And it's a beautiful song about a man singing about his daughter growing up. There was a time when you curled up in my lap like a child. You'd cling to me smiling, your eyes wide and wild. Now you slip through my heart, wave a passing hello, twist away and toss a kiss, laughing as you go. You used to say, read me a story and sing me songs of love, for you were Princess Paradise on the wings of a dove. Now I chase you and tease you, trying to remake you my own. But you just turn away and say, please leave me alone. And I'm a tangled up puppet, all hanging in your strings. I'm a butterfly in a spider's web, fluttering my wings. And the more that I keep dancing and spinning round in knots, the more I see what used to be, and the less of you I've got. You are a drawer full of makeup and rinses and things. You keep changing your moods like your earrings and rings. But tonight, while we play tag for 5 minutes in the yard, just for a moment, I caught you off guard. And I'm a tangled up puppet, all hanging in your strings. I'm a butterfly in a spider's web, fluttering my wings. And the more that I keep dancing and spinning round in knots, the more I see what used to be, and the less of you I've got. But now you write your secret poems in a room just for your dreams. You don't find time to talk to me about the things you mean. What I mean is, I have watched you take shape from a jumble of parts, find the grace and form of a fine work of art. Hey you, my brand new woman, newly come into your own. Don't you know you don't need to grow up all alone. So, a little Tangled Up Puppet by Harry Chapin. That's one I love to sing for my girls. And what I love about it is they get a little teary sometimes when I do that. And you know what? I do too. And that's an okay thing. So, this next song I'm going to sing is a Bob Dylan piece, one of my favorites. I had a very, very good friend, Steve Simpson, who we lost a couple of years ago. We used to sing this song together, and it's a song that Paul and Mary always used to start their concerts with when they were going around the country years and years ago. A song by Bob Dylan called When the Ship Comes In. Time will come up when the winds will stop and the breeze will cease to be breathing, like the stillness in the wind before the hurricane begins. The hour the ship comes in, oh, the seas will split and the ship will hit, and the sands on the shoreline will be shaking, and the tides will sound and the waves they will bound, and the morning will be breaking. Oh, the fishes will laugh as they swim out the path, and the seagulls they'll be smiling, and the rocks on the sand will proudly stand. The hour the ship comes in, yes, and the words it uses, oh, to get the ship confused, will not be understood as they're spoken. Oh, the chains of the sea will have busted in the night and be buried on the bottom of the ocean. And then a song will lift as the mainsail shifts, and the boat drifts on to the shoreline, and the sun will respect every face on the deck. The hour the ship comes in, yes, then the sands will roll out a carpet of gold for your weary toes to be touching, and then the ship's wide spin will remind you once again that the whole wide world is watching. And then the folks will rise with sleep still in their eyes, and they'll jerk from the beds and think they're dreaming. Then they'll pinch themselves and squeal and know it's for real. The hour the ship comes in, oh, and they'll raise their hands saying we'll meet your demand, but we'll shout from the bow your days are numbered, and like Pharaoh's tribes they'll be drowned in the tide, and like Goliath they'll be conquered. When the ship comes in, that one's always a fun one to sing. It's another Harry Chapin tune I'd like to do for you. It's a song about a cleaner in the Midwest in Dayton, Ohio, who loves to sing, and his friends kind of convince him that he should try to do it professionally, and he listens to their advice and goes to New York, does a concert, and things don't turn out as beautifully as he would have liked them to. But singing was his life. It's called Mr. Tanner by Harry Chapin. Mr. Tanner was a cleaner from a town in the Midwest. Of all the cleaning shops around, he'd made his the best. He also was a baritone who sang while hanging clothes. He practiced scales for pressing tales and sang at local shows. His friends and neighbors praised the voice that poured out from his throat, said that he should use his gift instead of cleaning coats. But music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, it made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole. Well, his friends kept working on him to try music out full time. A big debut with rave reviews, a great career decline. Finally they got to him, he would take the fling. A concert agent in New York agreed to have him sing. There were phone calls, money spent to rent the halls. Took most of his savings, but he gladly used them all. Because music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, it made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole. Well, the evening came, he took the stage, his face set in a smile. In the half-filled hall, the critics sat, watching on the aisle. The concert was a blur to him, smatters of applause. He did not know how well he sang, he only heard the flaws. But the critics were concise, it only took 4 lines. No one could accuse them of being overkind. Mr. Martin Tanner, baritone from Dayton, Ohio, gave his town hall debut last night. He came well prepared, though his voice lacks the range and tonal color necessary to keep it consistently interesting. Full-time consideration of another endeavor might be in order. Well, he came home to Dayton. He was questioned by his friends, but he smiled and just said nothing, and he never sang again. Excepting very late at night when the shop was dark and closed. He sang softly to himself as he sorted through the clothes. Oh, fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, nights divine. Oh, night divine. You see, music was his life, it was not his livelihood. It made him feel so happy, oh, it made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole. Alrighty, guys. I think I'd like to kind of wrap it up with a song that I wrote quite a few years ago. back before I joined the military, I served for 4 years, a year in Vietnam. And when I was getting ready to leave, I was thinking about all the friends that I'd had up to that point. And I wrote down this song, and it's kind of funny over the years how, how the lyrics still ring true, but from a little bit of a different light because I've met so many different people and had so many different kind of friendships. A lot of them having to do with theater, as you well know. A lot of them having to do with Lake Dillon. But anyway, I'd like to kind of close out with this one. It's called Hey Friend. Hey friend, could you stay for a minute? There's something I'd like to say. What's that? You gotta be going. You don't have time to today. Well now, don't say you're sorry, I understand. No friend, now please don't worry, I'm sure we'll meet again. So friend, you better be going, I won't be mad when you're gone. There's a time in each man's life, a time he must move on. Hey friend, now where are you going? Please tell me it won't be far. What's that? You're just not sure yet, you're leaving to follow a star. Well now, don't say you're sorry, I think that's fair. No friend, please don't you worry, maybe I'll see you there. So friend, you better be going, I won't be mad when you're gone. For there's a star in each man's life, a star to move on. Hey friend, now will you forget me? Please tell me, I'd like to know. What's that? Be gone for a while and your memory's just a little bit slow. Well now, don't say you're sorry, I don't mind that much. No friend, now please don't you worry, I'm sure that we'll keep in touch. So friend, you better be going and follow your star to the end. As for the friends in your life, remember, just remember them. Oh, remember them. Remember they are your friends. So, my friends, a fond farewell to you all of you at Lake Dillon. I love you more than you'll ever know. Everybody, please take care of yourselves. We're going to weather this storm, and the world will be a better place on the other side of it. I love you all. Good night.